Hey guys, welcome back to Delaware Acre. Spring is upon us. Check out the things that are flowering. You guys, it's an absolutely beautiful spring day. Check out my tree. Got some buds on there. I figured it's so nice out. The garden, see what's happening. New garden beds going there, coming soon. Not much happening here. I think something was out here digging in the straw. I thought I saw something from the house. Just strawberries hanging out. New mulch, some carrots. These carrots were actually here from the fall. A weed. Interesting. Oh, look, there's our garlic. We planted garlic on just this half of the bed here. Of course it gets windy when I come out here. I think that's a weed. I don't think that's garlic. And then I still need to put these blocks back around this whole thing. So I'll spread those 3 piles of mulch. Oh. I never did trim my blackberry bush. I don't really know what's going to happen with it. I guess we'll see. I should get a lot of blackberries though, right? If I didn't trim it and they're all second-year canes. Oh, I don't want to step on you. But this guy's got some buds on here too. I don't really know what to do about that. And then here's the fig trees. I actually came out and scraped along the bark, and there is, it's green, so they're still alive. So we'll see. I hacked this one back, and then this one I kind of left a little bit big. So I'm not really sure which was the better idea here. But this one has lots of little nubby growths on it. My neighbor's getting some renovation work done, so you can probably hear that banging in the background, but yeah, so we'll see. This tree right now is probably 3 feet. It's up to my chest and I'm only 5 feet, so yeah. Here's a picture of the garden from this side. I haven't decided if I'll do another raised bed like this one and then just put one more raised bed. There's enough room. I think we put 5 feet. I think we put 60 inches in between because my husband initially wanted to be able to get the mower through, but we don't mow in between because I started to mulch. So he's a very aesthetics looking guy. Like he doesn't really like these 2 in-ground beds, but would get really expensive during the pandemic. So we built these 2, and then I just I kind of put these in one day while I wasn't home. So anyway, you don't necessarily want to disrupt these beds to put them closer together, So we'll keep the spacing the same even though we're mulching. So there's really only space for one full bed like this, a 4x8 bed, or we could put 2 smaller beds. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do here. I'm kind of leaning towards 2 smaller beds, one here, and then maybe an arch. The only thing is that when you look at it from the street, somebody that only likes things to look nice and neat, sometimes the people can't appreciate what a garden looks like from the street. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. Also, I planted those trees there to try to help with that. But as you can see, they're only about 5 feet tall. So, oh no, I guess I need to put it a little bit thicker. Over here the grass is popping through there. There's the pots. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do with these pots. The chamomile is already growing back and the catnip is growing back. There's carrots in that pot. But usually I put like peas in there and like an overflow of a tomato in there and a pepper in there maybe. But I think this year I might just do all flowers in these. I'm not really sure. I definitely want to do echinacea or the coneflower, which I know it'll take 2 years for that to grow. So maybe I'll just dedicate a pot to that. I'm not really sure, but definitely going to do some flowers here. But I think that's what I'll do is I'll spread some more mulch on this. I'll spread those mulch piles out, maybe put the rocks back. If I can get to it, I'll turn my compost. Oh, I feel like I'm always turning compost. But just getting ready for the garden season. It's a bit windy out here, but it is just like, look at that. Blue skies. It's just beautiful. Beautiful out. Kind of full. Definitely need to be turned. There's my dead mums from that I forgot to plant. From the fall porch decorating video. All right, let's get to work. I got a little farther down in the compost. I'm just realizing too that my shoulder is really hurting. That's mostly top stuff, and then I got a little lazy and just started putting on the ground here in front of what I was doing. But look at this stuff that's in the middle. This is the stuff that's right here in the middle of the compost. It's getting darker. You see that? It's getting there. It's getting there. A lot of the edges are dry. Like that stuff's really dry. That stuff's really dry. It's all really dry, but we're getting there. I might have compost by the spring. The tricky thing is that I can't get out here to water it because our spigot is turned off. So I'd have to hand water it, and yeah. I'm going to keep plugging along. Upon editing this video, I realized that my audio cut out, so I'll be doing a voiceover for the rest of the video here. I wanted to show how this clump of leaves here is kind of like lasagna layering of the leaves that we put in the fall. They get wet and they kind of lasagna layer like that, and it makes it very hard to get the shovel through. So I'm thinking that next year I'm going to ask my husband to chop them up like that other bunch of leaves I just picked up, and hopefully it will prevent this lasagna like layering, because it just gets clumped together and it doesn't really break down. And I turn my compost maybe not necessarily as often as I should, but I turn it probably about once a month throughout the winter, and it just isn't enough to encourage those leaves to break down. So I cleaned everything up, put it back into the compost bin here, and these slats are always interesting to try to get back in. I always have to hammer them back in with the shovel. It's a good concept, but execution is very difficult. Anywho, I went to spreading the mulch and decided to put it underneath these rocks of the garden bed, because it goes that way. There's a little bit more weed control even underneath the rocks all the way up to the garden bed soil there, and by placing the mulch underneath the rocks, it actually keeps the rocks from sinking too far into the ground and gives a little more delineation to the bed. These sticks that are there, I actually am going to use those for a trellis. I'll build that again a little bit later on in the spring. I still have these rocks to put back around this other bed, and I still need to put some more mulch up there in that top corner, but at this point of the day, and this day, my shoulder was really bothering me, and I decided I should probably call it quits. So that's my little mulch turning video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, take care. Hope you're well. Bye.